Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're talking about how to manage your mindset when you go into a negotiation, how to quiet those little voices and focus on what really matters. So this is video 6 of a 6-video series. If you want to see the rest of the videos in the series, click on my channel and head to the Art of Negotiation playlist. So in this module, we talked about you. We talked about your personality and how it's important to understand where you sit on those personality traits so that you can modify where you need to optimize how you're projecting yourself when you go into a negotiation. We talked about the most common traps that women fall into within a negotiation, really so that you can think about that and be aware of that going in, because most of us have been socialized to really fall into those traps, and that is hard to spot unless you're aware of it. Then we talked about your values and what's actually driving you to negotiate. Negotiating for the sake of negotiating means that you're probably not going to do it. Negotiating because it's a challenge is not something that will probably motivate you. Negotiating because you want more freedom in your life, you want more flexibility, you want more money so that you can afford to go on vacations that matter to you and show your kids the world, or donate to charities that matter. Those are the types of things that are going to motivate you, right? Dollars will not necessarily motivate you. It's what you're going to do with the dollars that will be your motivational fire. Fuel, fire, whatever. So how do you pull all this together? What do you, now that you know this stuff, how do you use it effectively? Well, the most important thing that you need to get under control when you go into negotiation is your thoughts and feelings. And you need to turn what are often really invalidating thoughts and feelings into powerful thoughts. So I'd like to go through a process, and it's written down below as well, these questions, so you don't necessarily need to take notes on it, but 5 questions that you're going to walk through whenever you're approaching a negotiation. And this is actually a model you can use for any time you're feeling the feelings that are making you feel less than. So the first question is, what are you feeling? And that seems like a simple question, but for a lot of us, uncovering our feelings is actually really hard. So my advice is to get that journal, write down the first few words. Right now I am feeling, and then sit with it. Write whatever comes out of your brain. Try to explore where you're feeling. I'm feeling something in my stomach, in my gut. It feels tight. It feels uncomfortable. So I'm feeling uncomfortable, and I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling worried, or I'm feeling unworthy, or I'm feeling powerless, right? So what are the feelings that you're feeling? And again, this may take a couple of paragraphs of writing for you to really articulate what you're feeling. Then you want to move on to question number 2. What are you thinking? So what is the story that you're telling yourself that's making you feel this way? What are the thoughts going through your head? So are you feeling worried or anxious going into a negotiation because you think that you are not a great candidate, or you bluffed your way through the interview, or they don't know all of your faults, and you're thinking something on the negative side of things? Super common. That's what we do as women. We beat ourselves up in our own heads all the time. So what's the story you're telling yourself? There's a lot of power in writing this down. Doing this in your head is great, but when you take it out of your head and you put it on paper, something magical happens where you actually are able to process those thoughts and reprogram those thoughts. So again, even if it's sticky notes that you throw in the garbage afterwards, what am I feeling? And then what am I thinking? What's the story I'm telling myself here? And then number 3 is, how is this serving me? How is this helping me to align to my values in this negotiation, going into this negotiation? Is it helping me feel confident and powerful and capable going into the negotiation? Or are these thoughts and feelings making me feel like I should do something different? Like I should back away, like I should accept the first job offer when it comes, like I should give up on the things that matter to me the most? So what is this prompting for you? And is that serving you and the values that you're trying to align your life around? As you explore this, you might also want to consider whether that thought has any validity. So what evidence do you have for that thought? Because the next question is, what else might be true? And what evidence do you have for that, those other thoughts? So what else might be true? If you're thinking that you are not a great candidate, that you don't have all the skills that the organization's looking for, what else might be true is that you might be better than they could have ever imagined. That you have skills that you didn't even get a chance to talk about that can help that organization be successful. So what else might be true? And I would encourage you to brainstorm a few things here, 5 to 10 different things that might be true. And number 5 is, which of those are powerful thoughts that you can use to channel your confidence? So some of those things like, hey, I'm actually a terrific candidate and they are lucky to have me. That also might be true. And that's a great thing to tell yourself going into a negotiation, because that powerful thought is going to help you to stay aligned to your values, which are about, having more flexibility, more money, more benefits in your life so that you can do the things and experience life in a way that's meaningful for you. So really going through that list that you've brainstormed and saying those things out loud and going, okay, how does this make me feel when I say this statement? If I say I'm an amazing candidate and they would be lucky to have me, that makes you stand up a little bit taller, right? That helps you elongate your spine. That helps your shoulders relax, and that really changes your mindset. So identify those things that might also be true, and rewrite them as powerful thoughts for yourself, because that set of powerful thoughts becomes your mantra going into your negotiation. Those are the sticky notes that you have up on the screen that you can remind yourself of as you're talking to the HR consultant and you're presenting your counteroffer. So what are those powerful thoughts? And secondly, a reiteration of what are your values? And how are you going to use this negotiation to make sure that your life aligns to your values in a more strong way? Thanks for watching. If you want more videos on negotiation like this, then make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, while you're here, leave me a comment. Tell me if this was helpful or how you plan on implementing what you learned. And if you want to support my work while you level up your negotiation skills, then head to the link below where you can purchase my negotiation guide. In the meantime, I want to thank you for watching. I will see you here next time.